Exposing Team Prashna, Christian propagandist Joseph Batchalakuri's anti-Hindu agenda. Written by Hindudvesha staff. A modern-day Raavan. How Joseph's rebranding is a strategic facade to conceal his deep ties with evangelical forces targeting Hindu unity and identity. For centuries, Hindu Dharma has withstood countless attacks, be it invasions, forced conversions, or insidious propaganda designed to weaken its foundation. Today, the battle continues, not on the battlefield, but in the digital sphere, where wolves in sheep's clothing disguise themselves as neutral voices while relentlessly attacking Hindu Dharma. One such name that has emerged in this war against the Hindu Dharma is Team Prashna, an anti-Hindu propagandist, Joseph Batchalakuri. Masquerading as an independent critic, Joseph's sole agenda is to demean, mock, and discredit Hindu traditions, sadhus, and belief systems while shielding and promoting radical Christian evangelical interests. His content is deliberately crafted to demean, ridicule, and vilify Hindu beliefs while simultaneously promoting an agenda aligned with anti-Hindu forces. A pattern of Hindu hatred. Joseph, who has recently attempted to rebrand himself as Raavan, has a long history of making derogatory statements against Hindu Dharma, its leaders, and cultural practices. His disdain for Hindu Dharma became glaringly evident when he openly supported Bairi Naresh, a notorious anti-Hindu hate-monger who had the audacity to question the divine birth of Bhagwan Ayyappa. Not only did Joseph defend such blasphemous remarks, but he also doubled down on his attacks against Hindu beliefs, making it clear that his agenda was not about intellectual discourse but outright Hindu bashing. Time and again, Joseph has targeted spiritual leaders like Jaggi Vasudev, Sadhguru, and the Isha Foundation's Mahashivaratri celebrations. He has spewed venomous commentary against the Hindu way of life, branding traditional Hindu events as mere superstition while conveniently ignoring the exploitative nature of Western-funded evangelical groups that prey on vulnerable Hindu communities. His alignment with Christian missionary groups and radical leftist narratives suggests a calculated attempt to weaken the Hindu social fabric from within. Joseph's insidious attempt to downplay Bangladeshi Hindus' genocide. Recently, a video clip surfaced where Joseph mocked Hindus who expressed concern for their brethren in Bangladesh, saying, "Why should we worry about Hindus born in Bangladesh?" This dismissive remark is not just a casual opinion. It is a reflection of the deep-seated anti-Hindu rhetoric that seeks to undermine global Hindu solidarity. It is a well-documented fact that Hindus in Bangladesh have been facing persecution for decades. From temple desecrations to organized violence, the Hindu minority in Bangladesh has endured relentless attacks. Organizations and activists who fight for their protection are working towards preserving Hindu heritage in hostile environments. Yet Joseph and his ilk mock such efforts, exposing their true alignment with forces that want to see Hindus eradicated from their ancestral lands. Political leanings and Christian evangelical support. Joseph's affiliation suggests that his narrative is far from independent. He is a staunch supporter of the Yuvajana Shramika Rithu Congress Party, YCP, a political entity known for its pro-missionary stance and appeasement of Christian evangelical groups. YCP, under Jagan Mohan Reddy, has been widely criticized for promoting Christian conversions in Andhra Pradesh, diverting temple funds for church activities, and systematically eroding Hindu traditions in the state. It is no surprise, then, that Joseph acts as a digital foot soldier for this agenda, consistently attacking pro-Hindu political figures like Pawan Kalyan for his advocacy of Hindu Dharma. His calculated narratives and selective outrage expose his role as a missionary-backed pawn. Figures like Joseph are not anomalies, but part of a well-orchestrated strategy to weaken Hindu Dharma. The rising influence of digital platforms has allowed such anti-Hindu propagandists to spread misinformation and incite hatred against Hindus on a massive scale. Hindus must recognize and counter these narratives with informed discourse, legal action, and united efforts to expose such individuals. This deliberate name change is not a mere coincidence. It is a strategic attempt to mask his Christian missionary background and present himself as a neutral critic while continuing his anti-Hindu propaganda. The very fact that he chose the name Raavan, a figure demonized in Hindu epics, exposes his intent to mock and degrade Hindu beliefs at every possible turn. The likes of Joseph Batchalakuri are not isolated voices. They represent a larger, well-funded machinery aimed at dismantling Hindu Dharma from within. While Islamist radicals pose an overt threat, it is Christian missionaries and their insidious propaganda that have been systematically eroding Hindu society for decades. These propagandists do not engage in open debates. They thrive on deception, misinformation, and relentless attacks on Hindu traditions, festivals, and spiritual leaders. The real danger lies in their ability to infiltrate Hindu spaces, sow discord, and manipulate narratives to weaken our unity. From converting vulnerable communities under the guise of charity to maligning Hindu deities and customs, their agenda is clear: erasing Hindu identity and replacing it with their dogma. Hindus must recognize this covert war against them and respond with unwavering conviction. We must stand firm against these ideological attacks, expose these frauds, and ensure that Hindu Dharma remains unshaken in the face of these threats.